Good evening. Hey, let's all just take a second right now. Mr. Noble's I joined the 21st century. Those of you that have known me for more than a few years are gonna be like, no kidding, are you joking? I got myself a real phone. So it'd take an hour, like a year and a half to pay the thing off, you know. Stand in the sprint going, oh my God, are you kidding me? So, you guys, if you got your phone in your pocket, turn it off, put it on nothing. And out of the house, just turn those phones off and totally give our hearts and spirits to these kids tonight and just forget about that old phone thing. So you see sitting before you the awesome 7th grade band that I have the honor and pleasure to teach every darn day. They are awesome kids. And they're working tonight on a couple of things that are new to them and difficult to do. Number 1, black pants, black shoes, black socks, white shirt, which I'm sure they told you about exactly 10 minutes ago. Right? So any of the kids that came onto the stage tonight with the wrong uniform or improper uniform, I told them, look, we love you, stay here and play, get your credit, but when we do our next concert in March, let's think about our competition in Cedar Point, where being in uniform together really, really, really counts, where it super, super counts. And it's all gonna be okay. So let me just tell you, moms and dads and kids, you hear this, right? If you showed up with a slightly white shirt or a sort of black pants or some shoes that have black and white on them, I'm here, Miss Day's here, Miss K's here. If you need some parts to a uniform and you can't afford it, since you're growing 4 inches a week at this age, it's okay to ask. Everybody, it's okay to ask us for some help. We have wonderful people over the years that have donated a whole, room full of black and white stuff. So we'll get those kids out there. And if they missed on it tonight, it's okay. Holiday spirit. Another thing that we're learning to do tonight is put our attention on the conductor so that the audience puts their attention on the conductor. And we're going to have some kids talk tonight instead of Mr. Noble. And I think that's the coolest thing of all. So first, to tell you about our new song, our first song is, if I remember right, the amazing Zach Allman. Zach, could you tell the audience about our new song, first song?
My name is Zachary Allman, and I'd like to introduce our first piece tonight. Welcome back. An original composition by Justin Dixon. This piece allows each instrument in the band to play the melody as well as the harmony. We have improved our note and rhythm reading as well as ensemble playing through rehearsing this piece.
I hope and I trust that you can hear quite a difference from last year in May. Quite a difference. I know that I hear a difference. So I'm really, really proud of these kids for taking the bull by the horns and getting started on this year with the March Like Welcome Back, getting that beautiful tone going and great articulation. What's articulation mean, kids? The tonguing, yes. Good for you, good for you. So before we play our next tune, every music program, in fact, you know, everything in school that's important to kids needs people who are angels in giving and make beautiful donations. And I would like everybody here, in fact, especially the kids, while percussion's getting ready, to know that there is a man here who was a friend of my dad's. My dad has passed away, but my dad had known John for years and years and years and years and years. And John has donated a top-of-the-line, beautiful, beautiful electric drum kit that the kids can use to practice on and play on and not bother anybody. And it is an amazing donation. So John and his wife are here. Would you please thank John Patton? He and his wife are great supporters of music here at Wyandotte. So, let's find out about our next tune from Mr. Nolan Hall.
Hello, my name is Nolan Hall. Next we'll play All Through the Night, arranged by Rob Rooney. Pure and Beautiful All Through the Night is a traditional Welsh folk song and carol. This arrangement for the beginning band provides an opportunity for developing students to experience lyrical phrasing. This arrangement leaves us with a sense of calm and peace that embodies the joys of the season.
All right, percussion's going to do some moving and grooving back there to get ready for the next tune. In 1982, I was the drummer with the Gold Jazz Band at Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. And in those days, we had to go to Muskegon, Michigan to try out for the camp. Now, the camp comes to Wyandotte. We had probably, what, Zach, maybe a dozen kids from Wilson last year go to Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp on scholarship. And that is a 2-week fine arts camp. Imagine getting rid of your kids for 2 weeks. Whew. Sounds good. So it's not cheap, but, and kids, you want to catch this. I didn't tell them I was going to talk about this tonight, but if your kid comes home and he says, hey, Mr. Noble said they're going to have tryouts for Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp for scholarships in January. Sounds like me, junior year. If they would like to try out for the scholarships at Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp, all of the kids are welcome. So if they do bring that paperwork home to you, you'll kind of know this is for 7th and 8th graders, band and orchestra. We'd love to get them some scholarship money there for that camp. Take your time, boys. Take your time, Zach. It's cool. It's all right. He's really stressed, so I'll tell you the story, 30-second story. I was in the University of Michigan Youth Orchestra in Ann Arbor when I was a high school senior at Roosevelt, the top orchestra in the state. And I had one job to do, exactly one job at Dvorak's New World Symphony. There's 2 cymbal crashes. And I got the first one, and everything was cool. And the cymbals were right there on the table right in front of me, just like Zach just had fall over on them. So I'm standing there for like 25 minutes waiting for the next cymbal crash. And you know what happened. I had a tie on just like this, but I had a tie tack. And I moved this way to get the cymbals. And the tie caught on the little corner of the table. And pulled the table and both cymbals right over on the floor. Right in the middle of the piece. So I have seen it all. You guys are all good. Doesn't get any better than that. So we will have tryouts for Blue Lake. I also need to say happy birthday to a wonderful lady tonight, Miss Olson. Happy birthday. Garrett's proud to have you for that. And we're going to have some opportunities in the very near future, like Wednesday of this week on our half day, for the brass players, trumpet and trombone players, to start trying instruments like French horn, baritone, and tuba. You don't have to buy one. Let me just say that again, because every trumpet and trombone mom and dad just went, ah, what? You don't have to buy it. We're just going to try it. We've got it here at school. So if your little brass dude comes home and says, I want to try the French horn, it's okay. Nothing bad will happen. So let's tell you about our next tune, which is not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah, Rudolph wanted to get played so bad that he snuck onto the program. It's totally my fault. The next tune, as Christian and Cheryl will tell you, is actually, let's get that microphone back to Christian.
Hello, my name is Christian Sherrill. Third, we will be playing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, as arranged by Michael Sweeney. This joyous traditional carol is written in Spring Forest time and in key of E.B. Our whole band wishes the audience a wonderful and happy winter season.
we finish our last tune, please stop on your way out and visit the boosters table. Mr. and Miss Duda back there have awesome Michigan State lottery tickets that you can buy for the month of January to support our music boosters. Also, thanks if you got in on the 50-50 raffle. We'll be pulling that before the orchestra plays third here tonight. So, I want to thank you for coming tonight and supporting your kids in music. And I hope that you all have an amazing holiday. And here to tell you, the Roosevelt High School, you guys want to catch this. The Roosevelt High School holiday concert is coming up on December 11th. Don't miss it. It will be unbelievable. Orchestras, bands, jazz bands, it's going to be awesome. So, to tell you about our last tune tonight, which we're practicing to play outdoors, is the amazing Here He Is. Hey, Carrie, kill some time, would you? I forgot my whistle. Oh, Joe. Take it clean. You don't have a joke.
Hello, my name is Carrie Hughes. Last week we will be playing Jingle Bell Rock by Beal and Boo, as arranged by Michael Sweeney. This piece is 8 notes performed in a swing style and additional marching percussion part arranged by Mr. Noble. We will be performing this piece memorized next year in my next marching parade when we are 8th graders. We hope you enjoy.
You've done a fantastic job tonight. So many of the things that I forgot to teach or didn't teach as well as I would like, you have done for me. So thank you so much. It was like an early Christmas present, and I love you guys. All right.
at a bad level too, you know, right there.
I was at the store yesterday. This lady had a little boy.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Maybe he wanted to, that's right.
Yeah.
You let him stay in the buggy a little bit, she'd be okay with that.
Well, my husband said, he wants to go home. Been there 3 times, push it over, boy.
One more, bring it on. I'm kind of a kid person anyway, so I have no idea where she's at. I never know where she's jumping.
That's what Parker started out with. Not
Yeah?
Parker Hutchins.
Where all the cool kids go.
That's what Big Brother was.
Oh, there's some.
Good evening. We'd like to welcome you to the 8th grade portion of our concert. We're about to hear our 8th grade concert band. I am Ms. Day. Mr. Noble and I team teach this amazing class. And without further ado, we'll be starting our first piece. Each one has a student announcer. So we'll get things rolling.
Hello, my name is Julia Martin. First we'll be playing Winter Music by Paul Kernow. Winter music portrays several scenes from the beauty of the winter season. This work begins with the rhythmic sounds of a horse-drawn sleigh, jingle bells, and the laughter of families together. The striking English carol, See Amid the Winter Snow, is characteristic of carols often sung in Europe. The second familiar song is a celebratory carol, Angels We Have Heard on High. Picture your favorite winter scene and enjoy winter music.
think one thing that wasn't mentioned, the composer of that piece, the arranger, Paul Kurnow, is actually from Michigan, from Fort Huron, so it's kind of a famous band arrangement for middle school, and we're happy to do it. All right, these fine musicians, many of you came out in the cold, although it wasn't too bad this year. It was pretty wonderful for parade, but they did a wonderful performance of Jingle Bell Rock, and the noteworthy thing about that is, of course, that they memorized the whole thing and played with a full percussion line along with our strings, who took on either a color guard or a percussion instrument for that event. So I wanted to just acknowledge all the work that they put in for that. And without further ado, our second announcer.
Hello, my name is Harmony Bedikian. Next we'll be playing a traditional song arranged by Robert W. Smith. Variant on an old English carol is a very contemporary setting of the traditional melody known as What Child Is This? Or Greensleeves. This arrangement was written for the developing ensemble as a music vehicle for their never-ending source of energy. Enjoy.
So they worked very hard on that one. If you know the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, definitely, I think Robert W. Smith was inspired by that type of style. So a quick one. All right, are we ready?
Hello, my name is Ramona Tyra. Arbot, and finally we'll be playing Trumbull from the Housetop, arranged by Mark Williams. It is a New Orleans style arrangement of Up on the Housetop. Please enjoy the celebration.
Last call for 50-50. We're going to draw very shortly. Last call, 50-50.
Thank you so much, kind sir, and everybody who supported our 50-50 raffle.
Okay.
And a donation of 58 back to the kids as well as the pond. Thank you so much.
Good evening. My name is Miss Kirksey. I am one of the instrumental music teachers here at Wilson, and I would like to introduce to you the 7th and 8th grade string orchestra. We're very, very proud of what these kids have been able to accomplish so far this school year, and I would just like to thank you as their parents and adults. We all could not do this without your support, so thank you very much. Our first piece will be introduced by Miss Gwen Middlestaff.
Two Scottish Farewells, traditional folk song arranged by Carrie Lane Russell, Two well-paired Scottish tunes are presented in this piece. The first one, Macpherson's Farewell, is presented with a solemn feeling. Jamie Macpherson, a notorious 17th century outlaw and violin player, wrote this tune before breaking his violin and being apprehended by the law. The second tune, Auld Lang Syne, is a song that is traditionally used to usher out the old year and bring in the new year. The title of this piece can also be translated to Time Gone By.
Thank you. Our next piece will be introduced by Evan McNackey.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, traditional carol arranged by Elliot Del Borgo. This traditional holiday carol dates back to 16th century London. The beautiful melody is set in a minor mode and is one of the oldest and most memorable holiday carols.
acknowledge, we always have students that, you know, the students that play music, they do so much. We had people come back from swim meets and cheerleading, and but I wanted to recognize we have a number of people that had a dress rehearsal for Dearborn Youth Symphony tonight, as well as some people that participate in Detroit Civic Orchestra. If I could have those people stand, because they're going above and beyond. Dearborn Youth Symphony. Yes, stand right now. Yes. Thank you. They didn't know that I was going to do that, but we appreciate the extra effort. Also, I wanted to let you know that our 8th graders learned a new instrument for the fall, for the marching fanfare, as well as for the parade, because we of course didn't want them to march their violins and cellos and things. So if I could have our 8th graders that learned percussion, some kind of drum or cymbal, if you could stand, please. And if you learned a color guard part, one of the flags, go ahead and if you could stand. All right, so yeah, we love coming together for this concert, and I don't know if you realize, these students only get about 14 minutes a day together because of the way the schedule works. We have our, 7th graders rehearsing first, and then when lunch finishes, the 8th graders come in, and we have like an overlap. Isn't it about 14 minutes? Something like that. And then the 7th graders leave and go to lunch, and our 8th graders stay. So having 3 pieces that they work so hard on is pretty amazing. So nice job, you guys.
Introducing our final piece is Michaela Calhoun.
Gaelic Castle, written by Sanhi Newell. The piece transports the listener to ancient and magical times. Experience the festivals and celebrations of Gaelic Castle as the melody works its way through the different sections of the orchestra.
She said, have a wonderful holiday season and drive safe, everyone. Thank you.